In BoJack Horseman, there is a scene between the titular BoJack Horseman and his friend Diane, in which he asks her, "Do you think deep down I'm a good person?" She responds, "I don't think I believe in deep down. I kind of think all you are is just the things that you do." Contextually, this is sad, but I like how it encourages experiencing and engaging in life. I have uniqueness through my willingness to experience new things, to change and evolve, and that is what my speech is going to convey to you through my use of three objects: a book, a sheet of stickers, and a belt of mine that my mom picked out for me. Now, before you understand my mom's perception of me, you have to understand the world's perception of me and how I perceive myself. For my first item, I have a book, generally speaking. More specifically speaking, I have The Dark Forest, the second book from the trilogy The Three-Body Problem by Cixin Liu. Now, I picked this to represent how I see myself and how the world sees me because I'm an English major. My life revolves around literature, around reading and writing, and it has since a very young age as it's been my primary interest. However, this book is a sci-fi book. I felt this was also interesting because it delves into themes of mechanism and mathematics, but it approaches them from a thinking standpoint, conceptually, rather than watching machines fight or something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this connected back to how in high school and in middle school, and initially going into college, I was a math kid. I applied to colleges as a computer science major. So this kind of ties together both sides of me, you know, the breadth of experience that I was talking about. This was translated from Chinese, and I feel like this also shows my openness, namely towards other cultures. A lot of my favorite media are pieces that aren't from the United States or aren't in English, you know? So just more adding on to how I like to be open to new experiences, open to changing and evolving. Now, openness of experience ties into my second object, this sheet of stickers. I picked this sheet of stickers out because it represents a secret, you know, as the second object is supposed to. And I was talking about the attitude that I hold towards life, which is I value both the good and the bad equally. Even though the bad sucks to be going through, I feel that at the end of the day, it is a positive experience if you have a bad thing happen to you because it'll teach you a lesson, you know? You get to learn from that. So these stickers I use in scrapbooking. I scrapbook everything. I'll print out pictures. I'll have pictures like taken every day and I write about stuff and I scrapbook it. I put it all in my little journal, you know? I take in both the good and the bad. This is a way that I process the world around me, you know? And another way of processing the world around me is through fashion. I have this belt of mine that my mom picked out when I asked her to pick an object that she thinks really describes me well. And you know, I kind of agree with her. I use fashion as a way of expressing myself. I really like pulling on different references. I love the 70s. I just realized I was wearing this now. I like the 70s. I like blending references from the 70s with ultra modern references. I think it's very interesting just to do as an individual. I think it's a good way to communicate and signal to other people what you're interested in, the type of person that you are. And this belt is actually in imitation of a more expensive brand. I got this from Kohl's. I feel like this ties into my valuing the experiencing of life over the internalized thought of it, you know? I like this belt. I like how it looks. I don't care about the name of the brand, you know? I just like the belt. And that's really all that there is to it, you know? Like I was saying, it's not what you think deep down, it's what you do. All right, so in this speech, I have conveyed to you different facets of my personality through three different objects. A book to represent how I see myself and how the world sees me, a sheet of stickers to represent a belief that I hold deep down, and a belt to show how my mom thinks about me and to really build on the first two things. So I wanted to bring it back to my initial point, which is how it matters what you do, not what you think deep down, not what you don't act upon. Do you feel that if you died tomorrow, you would be satisfied with the way that you've approached your life, with the people that you've talked to, the connections that you've made? This is the way that I choose to live my life. This is what motivates me.